I came out of the womb antisocial, I think. It is that unwanted gift given to me by my father, who did not believe I belonged to him. Despite looking like the brother, my brother, he claimed, coloring and everything, but wanting attention at the same time. How does one achieve such a thing? Well, I'm still waiting on the answer as I find myself learning to love myself and others. I did not come into the world knowing I would find myself uncomfortable in my own skin and needing validation for way too long. And during this uncomfortable ride, I began understanding this one thing that I will share with you before I leave you. So, hey guys, this is PM Mathis, your global indie author distributor. And today's topic, relationship lessons, the female loves community conversion. Okay? We love to shake things up. We love that sisterhood. We love the friendships. We love to nurture. We love to comfort. We love to guide and be a sounding board. We love being a soft place to fall. That is that community that I'm talking about. And no matter how antisocial you are as a female, generally, you want that camaraderie, you want that community. And so I'm going to just have a little conversation with you today, just, about this topic. Just trying to give you a little piece of who I am, what my background is, where I come from, why I do what I do. The main reason is because I love you and I live to serve you, right? And so now, how do we change our surroundings and those we meet? How do we do that with the most impact and the serving of the wider community in our words? In other words, how do we enlarge our territory? You know what the word speaks about? God says, He will enlarge our territory. How do we literally do that? What does that literally look like, here on earth in this time and now in this current situation that we find ourselves? We want to build that community, but we all know it looks a little bit different now. It looks extremely different, but it is still necessary. I was watching something that Ianla, I can't really pronounce that. Van Sant was saying that we have the ability to basically communicate across the board, but we don't have relationships. We're building. We have the ability to touch and stay connected. And reach out to people, but are we truly building the relationships that will last, that will save somebody's life, that will speak influence and victory, that will inspire and encourage other people? Are we doing that? Are we spending the time? Are we being intentional? Is our motivation to really see somebody prosper and get ahead, or is it just to say how many people like you or show up for you, or and all of the things? I mean, because in the numbers is not the reality of the quality of the relationships, right? I am going to say, with this thing called loyalty, that no one can beat me at, that's where we start. Loyalty. Now, it's an oil that I meant to get the bottle before I sat myself down, but I did not get it. But it is a, Young Living has a bottle of oil called Loyalty. Now, loyalty that I'm speaking of is what nobody can match me in. That means when I'm for you, I'm for you, okay? But now this bottle of Loyalty, it is actually a promotion of thoughtful intention, which is necessary in relationships. It's gratitude, which we always got to be thankful for where we are, even though we may not be content in the current situation, but you have to be grateful for every day you get up, that you're in your right mind, that you're able to see and hear and speak to people, right? It is about connection, not just that superficial stuff, but actually building of relationships, right? And so the building of these relationships extend to everything. They extend to our kids. It extends to our spouses. It extends to our extended family. So we have to be content, right? We don't have to be satisfied, but we have to be content, right? And that's what the oil loyalty will help you do if you're struggling, with, having that balance in your life, right? Now, remind me to tell you how to get your loyalty, at the end, because you want to have the ability to, when you connect with people and when you're building those relationships, you have to have the ability to stand with somebody, in time of need, in time of joy, right? And that takes a lot of loyalty and commitment and dedication to situations and people that just in your right mind and in yourself you may not be able to do, right? But we know that God helps us in all things. Now, do you find yourself running at the sign of trouble? Do you? Sometimes I like to get out before things jump off. I'm not gonna lie. Is everything about you about getting your own way? By the way, you can't build community that way. I'm just saying. You just literally can't build community about that way if everything that you do and everything that you say is going to be about you, right? Because generally people, show up to see what the benefit is for them. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we generally understand that people are looking out for themselves and what can I learn, what can I glean, what can I get from showing up in this situation in this way today, right? Are you a manipulator and you feel no shame in admitting it? I'm not asking you to raise your hands on that one, okay? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, loyalty is needed for you, all right? In the bottle and just in your being, okay? Along with the oil, what else do you think would help? Here's what I am doing, which might also help you, okay? As I'm learning, how to continue to facilitate loyalty in my life, how to be discerning about who I let in and what I give out, because I'm also finding that I'm learning about, the energy of situations and people that you allow to come into your life, right? So I am putting in the effort to learn what a healthy versus unhealthy relationship looks like on every level, every angle, with everyone I know or care to know. That range includes, the spouse, the kids, the friends, the coworkers, the list goes on. This is just one that I am currently working on, okay? Because I'm trying to be more grounded, more submitted in what I'm trying to do in my service to other people. And in service to other people, I can't be about all about myself, and I can't want every situation to work out in my favor, because that's not the reality of serving others. My job is to show up, to create a platform where people are seen, heard, and understood. So a lot of times that has nothing to do with, oh my God, I didn't have the best day today, okay? You have to shake that stuff off and have the ability to just show up for other people. Now, I'm not saying that you fake it or pretend like things are not going on in your life, but when you're called to serve, a lot of what goes on with you becomes the background. And I mean, it becomes your background, not the world's background, but yours, for you to deal with and not let it come out in public situations where you're trying to get people to see you as a foundation, as a as a platform, as a soft place to fall. You can't be in battle with people because you're in battle with yourself. So you have to be put on the back burner in order to do the greater work, because we're all called to serve, right? In whatever capacity that God has given you. The Bible is clear about, we are all called to make disciples of other people. God gives us the ability. We don't have excuses. We don't have time to sit around and nurse old wounds. And I'm saying that to you because I'm speaking to myself. I am learning that, you know what, I'm a grown-up woman. I got to put my big girl panties on, and I've got to get out here and do what God has called me to. He's given me a purpose. He's given me a plan. Now, my heart and my desire is for single moms. And so, and you're probably thinking, okay, Pam, why did you choose that? Well, because I have experience in that. I mean, I was raised in a single parent home. I became a single mother, and I'm desperately trying to make sure that my daughter doesn't, fall into that same vein. Now, I can't ultimately, wave a magic wand or just make decisions for her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not the reality of the situation. But when you know better, you do better, right? So you instruct differently. You guide differently. You speak differently. You encourage differently. You motivate differently, right? So I make it a point to learn or know me before the relationship. And what I mean, what I've learned on existing, in this life, that there are seasons and reasons or a lifetime that somebody might be present in your life. You've got to figure out what your current situation needs and why that you've been brought into relationship, into community with a person. And maybe you're trying to force some things that just don't even need to be. Okay. Now, finally, you must be able to hold space in your heart where bitterness can't reside. And you do this by holding the hand of God, right? With the allowance of letting Him kiss you on the forehead. To me, that's the ultimate sign, of romantic love. I'm sorry. Or just love in general. Because we do that with our kids and stuff like that. It's reassuring you that all is okay, right? Because that's what His Son dying on the cross did for us. This is how you expand your territory. You build community that will surround you and support your journey, right? Because your foundation has to be God. You allow Him to hold your hand, to kiss you on the forehead, to be what man can't be for you. Your reliance has to be on the one that created you. Remember, I mentioned the one thing that before I began, that I want you to understand here. It does not matter what others believe about you. Only you can prevent the need to feel uncomfortable in your own skin. Only you can get rid of that feeling. Okay? No, nobody can do that for you. So I hope that this has been beneficial for you. And if it has, remember to subscribe, like, and share. Remember to hit the notification bell so you will be reminded that, hey, my girl is jumping on. Let me see what she's talking about. Okay? Now, I also want to tell you how you can, I can give you more information about the bottle of loyalty that I was talking about that I don't have to show you. Now, what I want you to do is send me an email to P Mathis, that's PMATHIS at Pew Partners, PEWPARTNERS.com with the subject line loyalty, right? And I will get back with you. Just send me, hey girl, I heard you talking about loyalty, very interested in trying to get me some. What do I need to do? And I will be glad to have that conversation with you. Also, I want you to remember that your girl is on social media. Of course, you will be seeing this video on YouTube. But also remember, I am on Facebook, that I am on Instagram. I have a blog. It's called Jesus on the Blog, right? But it's the the sub theme, I guess, is Daddy Issues 101. I think you will be quicker to find it if you put in Jesus, Daddy Issues 101 and pull it up, okay? But I also have a podcast, and it's called Your Voice Matters, right? And remember, your girl has 5 ebooks on the Amazon Kindle, okay? And she has 3 books that she's written, right? So the first one is You Are God's Love Story. Second one is Daddy, You Can Hold My Hand. And the third one is Ordinary Princess, okay? The girl would love your support, and I will put in the comments section how you can go ahead and get you a copy of the ebooks and the paper bound copies of my 3 books. And here's what I want to leave you with, and I want you to always remember this, that I love you and I live to serve you. And as always, 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 I want you to what? Be blessed. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.